Welcome to episode 1 of Scouting the Cities. Scout Mason with you here. As said in the name of the show, Scouting the Cities, my name is Scout Mason. Yes, I get it. I hope you get it as well. On this episode, we've got Three Leaf, music duo from Lakeville, Minnesota. Two great guys, Isaac Heilman and Jacob Grimm. I met Isaac here at the University of St. Thomas about 3 years ago now, my freshman year of college. And since then, this duo has just grown and grown and grown and gotten better and better. They make music. It's out everywhere on Spotify and Apple Music. You should go check it out after watching this podcast. But if you do check it out, you'll see that it's a mix of a lot of things. There's pop, there's rap, I guess, some EDM influences, and even country and everything else in between. These guys do it all, and I've really loved to see their growth over the last few years. Now, I met Isaac, like I said, my freshman year of college, when I was starting up this, interview series with musicians here at the University of St. Thomas for the campus radio station. I believe Isaac was my second or third interview. I also interviewed Jacob, but for a separate tech story. But when I talk to these guys, they're just cool dudes, and you're going to see that in this episode. They're funny, they're down to earth, and they're very focused on their goals. When Isaac and I spoke way back, as well as Jacob, they were kind of setting everything up. They just had their song Oasis hit over 100,000 streams, and things were looking up. And now they're out of college, and they have to decide whether, hey, do we want to really commit to this thing, or should we pack it up and call it a day? And they're not doing that. They are focusing on so many different mediums. It's not just music. They have great merchandise, and they're great. Jacob's a great photographer, videographer, and they've built this great community up around them that you'll hear about in the episode with their friends. They're using their friends to lift themselves up, as well as in turn lift their friends up, right? And that's just what's so unique about these two. They're so focused on staying with the people they've come up with, which is really awesome, and then doing so many different things. It's just really impressive. They've got awesome merchandise, like I said, and I think you're really going to enjoy this episode. I'm really happy to have these guys on for episode 1. Super cool, of course. Like I said, they are cool dudes, and you're going to see that if you're watching this one on YouTube. They came dripped out. They did. And you know what? A little embarrassing for me, I will admit. They shouldn't have done this to me on my first episode. I wanted to look the best, but it is what it is. So anyway, without further ado, let's not delay any further. Episode 1, Three Leaf. Enjoy it. Boom. All right. Here with Jacob and Isaac of Three Leaf.
Yes, sir.
So I guess start off where are y'all from? Minnesota? Like, how'd y'all meet up?
Yeah, Lakeville, Minnesota, for both of us. I was born in Iowa for a year, and then into Missouri because my dad works for the St. Louis Cardinals. And then he got the job with the Gophers for the sports play-by-play, the football and basketball. And then me and Isaac met. So I moved when I was 7 to Minnesota, and then me and Isaac met when we were like 10 or 11 playing baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do y'all still tap into your competitive sides when you're not making music? Go hoop some?
Oh, yeah. So nowadays my schedule looks like, well, I work a corporate job. I'm a sheep. But nowadays on Tuesdays we play volleyball together. On Wednesdays I play basketball. And on Thursdays we play golf together. Yeah. So we're staying active. We competing still. And we grew up just competing against each other all the time. So
we're in this 2v2 golf league, and it's they set up the handicaps to where it's all even. So if you shoot a +0 and then someone shoots a +15, they get 15 strokes on us if we shoot a +0. And right now we're in 4th out of 6 teams,
and they're all old they're all old,
And
retired dudes, and they're just like, why are these young kids playing in a golf league
And
with
we
us?
have like the 2 best handicaps in the entire league, and we're still in 4th because they're just getting strokes on every hole.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Like they'll get like a bogey, and then somehow we'll get like 2 strokes on that hole, and then they'll get like a birdie.
Well, they've probably also had like a lot more time on the course than
Oh,
y'all.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, literally, and they're still terrible somehow,
Yeah.
but
But,
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are in 4th, though. Come
yeah,
on.
I know.
You
No,
gotta pick it up.
no respect.
We should be in 1st with what we're shooting like together with no like boost of
Yeah.
the scores.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
like the
where do
worst
y'all
part.
play?
It's on a simulator.
Oh, okay.
It's in,
Interesting.
It's in like Burnsville, Lakeville. area.
Interesting. So, all right. So your dad did play-by-play and stuff, and then do you think that like kind of had an influence on like y'all having, I guess, the opportunity to make music together?
For sure. That was probably like our first introduction into like very high quality audio.
For sure.
Because my dad had like an entire studio that was all acoustically treated. So that was kind of huge into like making our stuff sound very professional just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in high school and you see like a real mic, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna spit some bars, and like, and like, but we were actually like, oh, this is like kind of cool. Like we can like put something into a mic and then listen to it, and it actually doesn't sound like it's on an iPhone. Like, like this is cool. Like, you know, we tapped into that, and like his dad definitely had an influence on it. Like we'd ask him like, how do you like record, and like and like not to, he's like, make sure you turn off the printer when you're recording, or else you get a bunch of white noise, just stuff like that. So like he definitely had an impact on like just like the process of us getting into music.
And also just him in general is probably my biggest like passion influence, because he's always like, since he was 6, he still has tapes from just doing Iowa Hawkeye games, just like recording into like an old cassette or whatever, a deck, and he would just call the games like over and over again, just watching TV from when he was like 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then just getting the St. Louis Cardinal job, and then moving up the chain, doing Gophers football, basketball. He almost actually worked for the Twins too, but then he wanted to coach me like every single year. In the summer he coached me, so then that was kind of why he didn't work with the Twins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's a little sacrifice for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what was like the original sound for y'all when you first started? And like, I guess, when did you first start out? You mentioned like you see a microphone, you just want to spit. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of like
literally like freshman and sophomore year, this app, I don't know if you've heard of it,
high school.
high school, called Rap Chat.
Yeah.
And like me and my friends were just like, you know, making diss tracks on each other, and we're like spitting, and we're like, this is like just terribly cringe. But and like eventually we and Jacob would like just mess around with, like YouTube like banger beats, like Lil Uzi Vert type beat, and be like, this is hard, let's do something over this. And then or we'd have a bunch of people over, and then we'd all hop in the studio and make something. And then eventually it turned into like a group called Discount Mafia, and it was like us two and 2 other guys, and we just made like these 2 rap songs, and they got like 5,000 or 7,000 plays on SoundCloud, but they're very bad, like extremely bad. But it's fun. Like that's kind of like how like we're like, oh, like you can put music out and people will actually kind of listen to it. And it's kind of cool. Like,
but at that point it wasn't like listen.
But
it was kind of like, this is funny.
It was, and we were getting like attention from it, which is like kind of like no one was like putting out music at that time. It was like 2016. And,
and then I went to college and then kind of started making beats or whatever, and just like getting more into music. And like
this is like 2018 now.
2018, 2019. I think I literally like started actually trying to make beats like April 2019-ish. And like actually trying to make it sound good, because before it was kind of just like for fun. And then Isaac, I think it was that summer, like summer of 2019-ish, like we just kind of just started throwing paint at the wall, seeing what stuck. And still like nothing really, like we had decent songs, but nothing like really crazy. And it took maybe like a year until we had Oasis, and that was the first time that we were kind of like, okay, this is major legs up from anything we've ever made. Maybe we remove the other songs and like let's actually try to push this one out.
Literally a rebrand. But the thing is, when we put out those 2 songs on Spotify, we didn't tell anybody they were out. So like, but then we low-key, this is a random side piece, but we have a Twitter and there's no followers, like 3 followers on it. And this random guy on Twitter literally added at 3 Leaf Minnesota, why did y'all take Too Long by 3 Leaf off of Spotify? And we're like, why has anyone even heard that song? That's supposed to be a secret.
He's like calling y'all out.
Yeah, and he's like some random 40-year-old
3
dude.
Leaf canceled.
I think, he's from like the East Coast. I'm like, 3 Leaf.
Bro, he's like, no, why'd you take it off? Or like,
He's like, my favorite song or something.
no
And we're like,
idea anyone listens
if that's
to
your
that.
favorite song, that's a problem.
It's like his top list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the sound. So I guess Oasis was kind of your first like big song, and like what we had talked about before. But like now you guys have kind of transitioned into doing a bunch of different genres. The newest one you called like Midwest country on some of the promotion. So how'd you get there? Like, is that just you producing more? Or?
No, because I didn't produce it. We were just kind of messing around on YouTube. Like a lot of the times
Well, we were going through like old files. Like he was showing me all like these old demos he made, and then we were like, we should make a country song because we've been listening to a lot of country lately. And then I was like, sure. And then he showed me like this. We were like listening. We're like, show this one, and we're like, yeah, this is cool. Then like kept looking, and we went back. We're like, this is like the one. Like I think this is fire. And then we just like kept working with it. We're like, oh, this is like we can make this like really sick.
Because a lot of the times I'll normally have more free time to just create or write or whatever. So a lot of the times I'm either playing guitar or writing to just like an already beat on YouTube or just making my own stuff. And then I'll just sing into it. And then later on we'll go back and then he'll sing it because he can sing better normally.
Yeah. But you've gotten on a few of the songs.
I have, yeah. I've worked. I feel like singing and in general is like the biggest thing that I've worked on the hardest and gotten the least back from. Like, because I'm ADD and I like love getting better at things, and that is like the sole thing that I've worked the hardest, but in proportion to how much I've grown, like gotten the least better at, I feel like.
But back in 2017 when he was working on making beats, he was also working on his voice, and he's made extreme. If you heard those audios in 2017,
I could show it, but not for the
right now.
Not for the
well, we can link it later in the video.
No, we're not linking it in the video. Hell no.
Okay, maybe not. But like I said, he has made a lot of progress.
I also played it for Lauren, my girlfriend. Like just I think maybe like a month ago. Because I brought it up like right when we started dating, and then I was like, I was like, it's too soon. I'm not gonna play it. And then just like a month ago, I played it, and then like she was laughing, and it's really funny. Like you can't not laugh. It's like probably like the most cringy shit you'll like ever hear in your life. But I was like, okay, we've been dating long enough. I can play it.
This is the kicker right here.
How long did it take?
I was like looking at it. I was like,
how long?
Do you still love me?
Is it like a year? Like a year? Or what?
No, not really. It was like 4 months.
4 months. Okay, yeah. Well, it built up the confidence a little bit.
Because it was like right when we started dating, and like we were friends for like a long time before, so it wasn't like. I don't know, but it was funny.
Make sure
that was like the threshold.
The audio file.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wait, this is you?
Yeah. So I've noticed like a lot more like promotion on TikTok for you guys and Instagram Reels. I don't know. I kind of group them together.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So like, where does that come from? Just like having more free time, or you're probably really trying to put more eggs into this? Like,
it's hard. It's weird because I definitely had more free time in college, but at the same time wasn't using like my free time on promote. Like I wasn't using it towards like putting it into creative work really. I don't know. Like I would say I have less free time now, but I'm more willing to make a promotional video now than I was back in the day, which is stupid of me, but that's just how it is. You know. I guess now that I have a job, I'm like I want it more like I want to make it more like in college. I was like, well, I have to finish college, but now I'm like I want to be an artist, and I don't want to sit at an office anymore. You know?
Yeah. So like the steps to get there, what do you think they are? Like in refining y'all's sound and continuing to promote.
I think probably a lot of it does come down to just strictly marketing and like throwing stuff at the wall, kind of the same way we did. When we learned how to make music in general, I think now it's just learning how to do the marketing.
Yeah.
Because you see guys like Lil Yachty, like no shade.
Yeah.
But it's all marketing, you know? Like it doesn't take a lot to make the music that he's making or that like Lil Pump or like any of these more marketing heavy guys.
His last album was fire though.
No, it's not.
No, you don't like the new Yachty? I hated it at first, and then I was like,
Really?
wait a minute. Then
Okay,
I'm like,
I just listened to it last night for the first time, and I was like,
no, you gotta listen to it a few times.
Yeah.
okay.
It's one of those
So
things.
pretty. I just have it stuck in my head.
But I feel like it's just TikTok audio.
Age is like milk,
is he
but
not
it's
just trying
cottage
to make
cheese.
TikTok audios?
Well, okay, kind of, but I think that's every artist now, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's trying to make
That's
audios.
fair, but like I feel like
Y'all
a lot
heard the
of
new
people
Megan
are.
Trainor song?
No.
I feel like the
Damn.
rappers are, but like I feel like rappers are, but I don't think like the artists are. If that
What do
makes
you
sense.
mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I feel like the indie pop artists or like the bedroom pop artists aren't really going for TikTok audios,
Yeah.
maybe. But like rappers or like
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Drake.
Y'all
like,
heard of
everything
Arden
Drake
Jones?
is
Like that
doing-
guy, whatever his name is?
Yeah, but like
He's
he's
making
a
TikTok.
He's a TikTok artist. I'm talking like
Okay.
people who have like already been around, like Quinn or like people
I
like the
guess.
alt pop. They're not really going to make TikTok songs. They're just trying to make it a TikTok song after the song is a song.
That's fair.
They're not going into it like I'm gonna write a TikTok song.
That's
Whereas I feel like Yachty or like
Yeah.
more marketing heavy people are doing that strictly to get a TikTok audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Drake. Drake has
Oh,
done
yeah.
that
Well,
on his last
Drake
two
and
albums.
21 album
Yeah.
was just TikTok
For
artists,
sure.
like straight up, like they were.
And it was
clearly
genius.
just trying to-
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it worked. It worked out, right? Like.
Yeah.
I mean, it got done. And that one like 21. Can you do
Yeah.
that? That's
Like
still,
what, right when
that's
you
still popping
right when
up.
you hear that, you just know you're like this is like
Like,
it's like
yeah.
predictable as hell. You're like this is gonna be famous on TikTok. That's like when I see something on like something live on when I'm watching sports. I'm like that'll be on Barstool in 3
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can literally predict
can
it.
tell, yeah.
But it's just like I should be running their Twitter. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, yeah. So do you think that like hurts y'all in the future? Like, are you so like? Does it sort of like even just your mindset wise? Like, if you're because it's got to be in the back of your mind a little bit. Like, I would because you you don't not want your stuff to go viral
Yeah.
on TikTok, right? Like,
You
so,
do. Like that's how you break right now. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's the only way you're gonna break as an artist right now. So yeah, I don't really know if it I guess hurts, but it's more so it's just like to what extent do we want to play the game? And it's of course like yeah, we want to play the game, but I think I draw the line at like I don't know if I'd ever want to write a record for TikTok.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine like being creative, being like, okay, this line totally like maybe we could start a trend this way, but I don't think I'd ever be like, this line is for TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless the line was just really cool and I'd be like, okay, let's clip that and make that
Yeah.
like an audio.
Yeah. Immediately.
But then that's just kind of going back to just making a cool song. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So what's the like goal for you all right now? Like you just released y'all's newest song like what 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
so-
end of February.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, yeah.
So then like what are the next steps from here?
Well, we have another song coming out hopefully in the next month-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's like sort of like a
It's more of an upbeat, like fun.
like I would call it like a
song.
low key party
It's
song,
like a
summer
kickback
song.
summer song,
Yeah,
kind of, or like a.
it's like it's
like
supposed
a
to be like a
windows
spring
down
break
song.
banger, but like
Yeah,
windows
yeah.
down type.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So so y'all both like I guess raised in Minnesota, right? Like so I guess how has this like community like have you met people in the community to like help you guys out throughout your like growth like and more like commitment to like making music?
Definitely. I'll speak first, and I know
Okay.
you'll have stuff to say. No, definitely. Like, there's like, okay, I'll just speak for him a little bit, but like because him and Drew do a lot of videos at shows, like they'll meet they'll meet the performer or meet
Yeah.
like other videographers or other artists who are openers, and they'll just be able to talk to them and like hear about like what they're doing, like what they're doing at the concerts, how they're getting the venue, etc.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And otherwise, I don't know. It's like we both go to a lot of like live shows, and
Yeah.
we just like we're very like in tune with like the indie pop scene in Minnesota. I would say there's a couple people that we follow a lot, and we've been following ever since we like got fans too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like cool to see us progress and like or us
Yeah.
progress and that progress as well.
Yeah, I feel like more so our community building is more just like our friends and
For
kinda
sure.
just like college people
For
or
sure.
Just a place and time in our lives. Like
Yeah.
at the time it was like high school or then college, or just like people that we're being consistently around, surrounding ourselves with. But I feel like not really we're reaching out really to like artists or
Yeah.
maybe like people in the
community.
community so much, besides like just me and Drew doing like photo shoots and stuff
Yeah.
for them,
Or, like,
shooting live shows.
yeah.
For
Or we'll just like I have a bunch of mutual friends who are just like in the like they're a musician. Like I just have a bunch of friends from all over in like Wisconsin who are like just friends with this artist or like this photographer, and like that's how I'll get to know them. Like
Yeah.
I'll go to Eau Claire or La Crosse or Madison and party or whatever, and just have fun with my friends, and then I'll meet this person. I'll be like, oh, I make music too. Like we should link.
Because
Like,
I feel like a
that's
lot
sick.
of the
I don't know.
times
Yeah.
our music or our features or people that we link up with, I feel like it's like a friend first, and then
Yeah.
it's like,
For sure.
all right, it just seems more natural, I guess.
We're never like looking like for like the up and coming artist to make a song with. Really, we're more like, hey, this guy's cool, and we know him pretty well, and like we like his sound. Let's make a song together. Like our friend Cole Breno, he's from Lakeville.
Cole or like Noah too. It's like friend first, but then it's like, wow, he's really cool, and like let's make music.
Yeah, and like, yeah, exactly. So it's interesting. Like I would say it's definitely more like friend based than community based.
Yeah.
For us.
Well, you've kind of like built a community within your friends.
That's
I
true.
guess,
Yeah,
right? Like,
it's kind of cool. Yeah.
yeah. Using people you can trust, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And they're always there to help you. So, y'all have yet to do like a show around here.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Is
is
that
true.
like in the making in the future or?
I mean, we have one plan, don't we?
We do have one plan. Technically, it's like our friend Cole Breno. He's from Mankato. He features on the song "What I Deserve." He goes by Bipolar.
Yeah.
But he's like literally a grinder. He books studio times every day of the week, and he's out there making music and putting on a story like every day. Like he's a grinder, and he's invited us. He's like, "Yo, I'm hosting a show in Mankato, and it's in July or whatever, and I'd love to have you guys come out." And I was like we don't have like we're not prepared yet, but like I was like I just want to say yes, so like we have a reason to do it. And then because I know like once we get one, we'll want to do another, and we'll just be like, oh, that's sick. Like
Maybe
let's do it.
got a little like I mean it's in July, but like, you have like a little pre-stage fright a little bit like.
I haven't even thought of it
not
yet.
really.
No. And like, I don't think the stand like this. Not to say that the bar is not high, but I don't think the bar is like extremely high. Like,
I feel
we're going
like-
there to have a good time and like show people our music. Like,
I'll be drinks in, so it won't matter.
yeah, a little preparation,
Yeah.
right? So that'll be awesome though, like to get up there and like, I mean, I feel like it's a whole different like animal.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I feel like everything we do, we just make sure that it's perfect. So when it comes, I feel like this is just what's gonna happen. Like it's gonna be 2 weeks before, and we're like, oh shit, like we haven't
done anything.
like, we haven't even tried.
But we'll have like 4 more songs out by
And then
that
we'll-
time.
and then we'll be like, okay, maybe we should rehearse and like actually try to make this live.
Maybe we should buy the
before it's
equipment.
good.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be good.
Yeah, probably.
We just have trust in ourselves. We're both procrastinators, but we trust the process and I mean we will have sick.
If we weren't perfectionists, we would have already played like multiple times by now.
That's also
I
very
bought
true.
like lasers, and I want to buy like a projector, and I want to have like per song visuals per song, because like I don't want people to go and then not be like that was an experience.
We want a wow
you
factor.
know?
Like,
I want like multiple different things that
like,
people can
wow, like oh that was 3-leaf, like you know, like
yeah, it's kind of like Travis Scott, like Astro World kind of thing.
Wait.
Like,
No, I'm kidding. Too soon. Not like that. No.
that's not what I mean. I mean like creating a total
We want
experience.
people
Like
to die.
Okay.
nah, you know what I mean? Like Twilight Zone, like totally
Yeah.
like convert you to a totally different mindset. You know?
Yeah. Well, I went to Blake Shelton 3 weeks ago. It's just
Was
like
that-
that. Well, no, not really. But
All right.
Are y'all confident in how the songs will play live?
Yeah.
yeah. And now that we haven't performed, but we have like our like, most favorite songs coming out recently and upcoming. So I feel like it'll be even more fun to perform those. And those are like more fun performing songs. I think now that they're new and they're not overwashed for us. But
lip syncing's pretty easy.
lip syncing simple. So
Are y'all gonna lip sync?
no, that's not the
You're gonna play it
plan.
live?
We will have a backtrack, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
We're not. Come on, we're not performers out here. We're just musicians.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be super fun though. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a whole different animal to like tackle and like another step in like the direction.
For sure.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we want with that, we'll hopefully have more merch coming out soon, and just keeping the 3 Leaf name alive and active. And
yeah, I've been impressed at like how you guys have like kind of taken the step like to like really like focus. I mean, at least it looks like you focus more on it, right? Like I know you said like you have less time, but you're focusing more on it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's really noticeable, and like. So I don't know. Have you guys seen that in like a response, like more fans like building up, and like, you know, whenever you drop a song, like more people are reacting to it? Or?
I would say a lot of it's just like we have like loyal fans. I feel like people are like consistent. Like I'll be like surprised, like this person who I haven't talked to in 4 years will be like, man, I love the new song, and I'm like, oh, like that's like sick that you're still like you're still listening, or that you even listen, you know. I think that's more like surprised that like we still have like these fans and these people are still like are excited to listen to our new stuff. I think that's we still have new fans too, obviously, but I would say like
is that guy who tweeted at y'all still listening?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
He probably blocked us. We're canceled.
We took too hard of a left turn.
He's like, what kind of music is this? This isn't trash. What the hell is this?
Your music is too good. I can't listen to it.
It's like Yachty's.
We're polarizing our fans. It's getting too good.
So I remember last time me and Isaac talked, and I think even when we talked too, you guys both mentioned like the MGK album had just dropped, the whatever that one, Tickets to My Downfall, right? And so that y'all said that was like heavily influencing like the music y'all were making, and then now you've released a country song. You said like that really influenced it. So like I guess when you go into making a song, are you like just going based on vibes? Like, oh, well, I just finished listening to
for sure.
It's kind of like, do you know what mood boards are?
Yeah.
So like if I want to have a wedding, or if I want to create a scenario and I want to create like the mood, it's kind of like that. So a lot of the times these recent songs, me and Isaac will put together like a playlist of like, a lot of times I'll start with like the emotion that I want the listener to feel, and then I'll go from there with how the sonics of the sound. And I think we'll just make like 10, 15 songs, and then it's kind of like these songs we really like. Let's combine them into one song.
Yeah, sort of like a reference track.
That's kind of like the best way I could describe it. And then we'll just get like mixing inspiration from that, and then kind of like a little bit melodies.
Yeah, but yeah, we're both like
how it feels.
We're both very like into like a lot of genres, so like we definitely just like take like not like take from this, but like take that sound a little bit, like, oh, that's sick, like we like all this, we like rap, country, rock, and we all just kind of like, oh, like we're like in this country a lot like recently, so why not make a country song? Like we like the sound, and I don't know, we know we can make something that sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to like take your influences, right? Like,
for sure.
Sort of like rearrange it,
exactly,
put it in your own style.
Yeah,
like I feel like, and the newest song, like you guys call it Midwest country. I said that earlier, but like I don't think like. I'm from the South. I'm from North Carolina. Like,
it's just country music.
I grew up listening to country, but it's got like y'all's own specific sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like we're not like a all pop like country.
Yeah,
some weird.
Like the instrumental is definitely like country based. Yeah. But like our voices are not country based really, but
I've had so many people that are like, this isn't country, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. Or like some people are like, this is my favorite country song, and I'm like, okay.
You're like, exactly, like, I mean, the same for like Kane Brown making pop country, like, you know, like country, like, what is country?
And,
no,
and
I'm
like
kidding. What is country?
Yeah, and like half of, I feel like why we did it is just like marketing too. It's like, at a certain point, if you just keep releasing the same song over and over again, it's like, what's the point? Or like why are you gonna come back to listen? You know, it's like maybe we like throw a curveball now and do country. You know,
no pun intended, a home run.
No, that's,
home run.
True.
Yeah. So all right, so like you're doing your first show here in Mankato.
Yeah. Well, who knows? We might get a show before that, but that's our first scheduled show.
Yeah. So what's the ideal spot in the Twin Cities?
Mike's Tab on the app.
I was just gonna say Mike's Tab on the app for sure.
That is like Mike's Tab on the app is a bone in my body, so I feel like we owe something back to that place. I don't know, but like that's just like I feel like we could like we know someone who works there or did work there, and it's just like an easy, like, fun place to. It's like a small stage, college students or neighborhood people.
At one point, I knew every single bartender.
Yeah, like That's just
They
like
would close at like 2.
Mike's
and then-
Tavern on the Ave in St. Paul. It's on Snelling Avenue.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
They would-
Wow.
they
Shout out right next to Plums, but
Not sponsored.
yeah, not sponsored.
Yeah.
But I mean, that'd be a sick place. There's another outdoor place. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in downtown St. Paul. But my dad sent it to
I
me.
mean, the green room too.
The green room is a new venue in Minneapolis, I think.
Somewhere.
But that would be
good.
it's a very small venue. I think
Small cap.
we've had artists that are like our size or a little bit bigger that have performed there. So
Yeah.
what's stopping us?
Yeah, right? You might as well. I
I
mean,
mean,
Literally.
First Ave too. The second stage.
7th Street.
7th Street. Would
7th
be
Street
good.
would be fun.
yeah.
And like we talked to someone there. He's like, if you guys can get like 150, 200 fans, you can literally
Oh, so you could do
have
it
a
now,
night, and we
sure,
yeah,
really easily, yeah.
we could, yeah, which would be sick. But.
Well, the guy literally was talking to me. He's like, I've seen shows here 6 days of the week, and like half the time it's like 30 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we can do
We can
this.
do it. We can
Yeah,
do this.
we could fit
I got 30 people in my.
on
I got 30 cousins
I could
actually.
pay 30 people to show up.
Yeah, please
yeah,
come.
Yeah, literally. Got 30 people that can show up on a Wednesday at
Yeah.
5 o'clock or whatever. yeah. Just have like a show at like the most inconvenient time.
Yeah.
See that exactly a little practice show, but
Yeah. No, that'd be super fun though. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, and I don't know, it'd be cool like bringing all the Twin Cities like together. I don't know.
and like we have like friends who are like artists like similar size or a little smaller they're like if you ever do a show like reach out like we love to open.
Chaturanga too. Like
Chaturanga, they're from Eau Claire. They're like just do live covers and some maybe an original or one, but they're a bunch of our buddies, and they just did shows at the Eau Claire bars and would do backyard shows, and they'd have like hundreds of people there, and it was sick.
yeah.
And they're just like some guys who just put together like a band, literally
Yeah.
like a classic like movie, but
Yeah.
they're our buddies, and they kind of just made a real thing. But I have other friends who are in a band, the Dalmatian Club. It's in Minneapolis. A bunch of college students are in that.
Yeah.
And like they said they'd love to open for us or whatever. So people
Yeah.
reach out, and like I'd love to get more into like the community, like the concert community of like doing shows for each
Yeah.
other. Like I'd love to do that.
I feel like once you knock one down, you get a
like just get your name out, and they're like, oh, like I heard this pop duo from Lakeville that
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
show. Like they were good, and they got a lot
Yeah.
of fans. So
Yeah, that's what's happened in like North Carolina, like where I'm from a little bit. Like there's back in 2020, I think, like there was an outdoor like festival.
Was Jay Kim there?
Jay Kim was there. Jay Kim was there.
That's classic.
So yeah, we had an outdoor festival, and like now it's just like they keep doing it every year, like every 3 months almost.
Yeah.
And now it's like.
That's
Now
cool.
it's all
Sick.
like artists that I don't even know anymore because I'm not
Yeah.
like following it as much, you
Yeah.
know. So it's cool to like see that that's continued and like
For
more
sure.
artists can get their name out, whether it's a concert now with 50 people in
For sure.
crammed in a place, or if it's 200 or whatever.
I think almost that would be cool too. Like make our own fest too,
Yeah.
and then just like ask 10, 15 artists, and then like these 5 say yes. Be like make the poster,
Yeah.
market it, and then like we don't have to do a lot of like the heavy lifting of
Yeah.
like getting 200 people there, getting 300
Yeah.
people there. We could kind of like share the output of
Yeah.
how many people are coming to the show. I
Yeah,
think that would be cool to put on.
I think that's a good way to like put everyone like I don't know, get a bunch of people out, like you
All-
said, get everyone out.
Because it's
and then-
like if we get 50 to 100 people, if someone else gets 50 to 100 people, if someone else gets 50 to 100 people, you're putting on like 500 people to our music, and then like we're putting on 100 people to everyone else's
Yeah.
music, etc. You know,
Yeah.
it's a cool way to like cross pollinate your
Yeah, yeah.
streams of where
Good
people
word.
are coming.
Yeah, I know, cross pollinate. Jeez, God, this Jacob guy.
all right.
Okay,
That's too much.
yeah, that is word of the day there.
Yeah.
So what's like the next? I've already asked this, like what the next steps are, but like how long do you like? What is the overall goal with Three Leaf? Are y'all gonna stay in Minnesota and like crank out as much music, and or are you just seeing where it goes from here? Like what do you want to happen to Three Leaf?
I told you.
Yeah, we
a
sort of
certain
recently
time
talked
that
about
I
that.
would-
I was like,
I'm gonna put my jacket on.
this man's chilly.
I'm cold.
We were just like, it was just like freezing here, and I was just having a day, and I was like, texted Jacob, I'm like, man, we gotta move out of this state, man. And I was just like giving him like random like ballpark dates. He's like, all right, like maybe like 2 years. And I was like, okay, I gotta wait 2 years, but I mean, like, I definitely want to get involved with them. It'd be a disservice not to get involved with the Minnesota scene before like moving out or like moving away, because like Minneapolis scene is cool, and it has a lot of people who make music like us, like cool indie pop artists, and And I think we should definitely, before we like move away or whatever, but we should definitely start doing shows in Minneapolis and get our name out. But I don't know. What
was the question? Sorry.
So like, what's
next?
What's the goal? I guess for like.
I think the goal for sure is just like make the brand big and then like find a way. Pretty much like if our way is street clothes, then like.
So be it.
So be it. Like, but like find a way to make money and then like do what we want and
like
let our creativity pay for our lives.
Like recently, we changed our Instagram tag from 3 Leaf Music to 3 Leaf Official, so we don't pigeonhole. Is that a pigeonhole?
Yeah, pigeonhole.
Fuck a pigeonhole. So we don't pigeonhole ourselves, so we can just make clothes, make funny videos, make bits, make music, and
you just unmonetize those.
People are just like
with that F word.
Yeah.
Shoot, you can blur that out later. But
Drake's gonna like.
Oh yeah, great.
Copyright strikes now.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, it sounded just like him. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. But no, just so we can like put stuff out and people aren't like just like, oh, I thought they just make music. But like he said, like I like to do all sorts of stuff. We both do like. No matter what it is, we want to like create stuff and have people like follow us and support us, and we support them. Like same thing, but I don't know. Like I don't see a goal. What I was like, I just had a dream a couple days ago. I was like, 1,000,000 streams would be so sick, man.
Yeah.
Like that's like my like next goal for sure. Like that is like
on a song or on
a song.
Okay.
On a song, like one song. On all of them would be sick too, but one song.
Maybe it's the next one.
Exactly, that's what we never know. But for now, keep making music. I mean, our vault is heavy right now. Like we have a lot of ideas, sounds, songs that like we're confident sound good, and we can make them sound really good when we work on them more. But
where are y'all recording now? Like,
I guess that's kind of like the very first question where we were talking about like my dad and just going into like the big studio. It's all like soundproofed and whatever. But now we literally just sit on the couch and then we'll just record.
We have a way nicer mic now that.
Yeah.
But now we literally just sit like this. Jacob will have his laptop on his lap and I'll go, and then he''ll be like, all right, one more time. All right, that's good. But this is literally like an open room, no sound, nothing soundproof. But like,
half the time the fans on.
Half the time, yeah. Well, I guess nowadays we're just making it work. So
yeah. It's like more comfort now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kind of like this.
We also know we can make it sound good no matter where we are. So
that too.
Well, that's like the thing about like technology. Right? Like,
technology. You can do ChatGPT's helping us out. No,
yeah. I think there was a John Bellion podcast. He's like, this was a couple years ago now. He was like, I don't make music in like $1 million studios because it sounds the best, because I can get that off my laptop. He does it because it's way more inspirational, and it's like looking up at this like insane console of just knobs and like dials and shit is just way more inspiring than it would be to just like sit at home. And you're like getting out of the house, it's a new spot. It's just much more to write about.
Yeah, right now just chilling in the living room.
A lot of it just like comfort, or like we went to Arizona and we were just like kind of recording outside. It's kind of cool to like write in a new spot or like record in a new spot.
We'll be in Breckenridge, Colorado in 2 weeks. But I don't know if we'll record anything, but we'll definitely like do promotional videos there because that's always fun. And we've gone on, I don't know how many trips in the last 4 years, but every time we go on a trip, we have a song coming out in the next, who knows. So we literally shoot promo videos all around the country. Or music videos.
Like most of our last trips, we just shot our music video on. Like
because we're not doing it in brown, gray Minnesota. So
yeah.
But also with that, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
I can't remember. That's okay.
Lost it.
Moving on.
So you guys mentioned, I guess that 3 Leaf isn't just like music, right? Like, you guys have like, obviously you're dripped out right now, and then like I guess you Jacob, you filmed one of the music videos, right? I remember.
I filmed me and Drew we filmed all of them.
Yeah. His cousin Drew Bauman.
Yeah.
So like most of the time, when it's like me and Isaac, I'll just record Isaac's parts and then he'll record mine. And then a lot of the times I just like get the settings right, get like all the stuff right, and I'm like, all right, Isaac, it's ready.
Yeah.
It's recorded.
I'm like a Neanderthal, just waiting. Camera.
All right, you got it. Just don't screw it up. But yeah, no, we've literally shot every single one of them except for Strangers Again. JJ did it, right? Mm-hmm. From Eau Claire.
Lacrosse.
From Lacrosse.
JJ from Lacrosse.
Yeah.
JJ from Lacrosse.
Andrew Johnson. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's really like helpful that you can just
Yeah,
do
no.
it yourself.
Part of the like cool part of us being like artists is like when talking to these other guys, we're like, I had to pay $800 for studio space, another $200 for like a video, and these promo videos, another $1,000 for this music video, and we're just like, we asked our cousin, our friend's cousin, and then we did it the rest ourselves. Like it's kind of cool, like humble brag, like we do it all. We pretty much do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like a lot of why I started like producing beats and started making music was because I wanted to eventually shoot music videos. Because I started out as like a filmmaker,
A gamer.
I did start out as like a video gamer, like editing like montages and stuff
I feel like
online.
that's how everyone starts.
Literally, everyone starts like that. But
I mean, that's the wave, yeah.
And that was just kind of like my vision. I wanted to make music videos for music that we made.
Yeah. Easy, an all-in-one bundle, right?
Exactly.
So and then you mentioned like the clothing too. Like, what is there like a
lot of the times it's kind of the same as like a mood board for like curating a certain aesthetic. So like I'll just see like an Instagram ad, or I'll see a celebrity wearing a certain aesthetic that I like, and a lot of the times it's coming from a place of, will this be really cool in 10 years? Because it looks really cool now. But does this like stand the test of time? And that's kind of the stuff that I want to make, like musically and clothing wise.
Yeah.
So like a lot of like Marlboro stuff, or like this stuff, like I feel like that's like tested, or like blue jeans, or like stuff like that is how I kind of see like making clothing. Or it's like, if you get 10 inspirations of really cool clothing designs, if I can make something that looks like it would fit in all these timeless designs, that's a good piece of clothing. You know, it's like just the best fail-safe way to make really cool clothes, I feel like. Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah, just like have a backup, like you know. Yeah, I think that's a good way to think about it. The T-shirt y'all released, and then didn't you do a sweatshirt?
We did a crew neck.
A crew neck, and then one T-shirt.
The crew neck was whiskey.
Whiskey neat. That's a breakfast.
Yeah. Woody Pond. He was on one of our, or actually two of our songs, and our most recent song, hopefully. So yeah.
Yeah. So is that like, how did y'all come up with those designs? I guess like, just through seeing other things and then like saying, okay, maybe we should make merch.
Yeah, for the first one, we're like, okay, we need to make merch, because like it's been 2 years. We've been making music for like a year and a half, and we don't have merch. Like it's stupid not to. Yeah. And like we like designing stuff too. So Jacob took like part of the design up. It's like a picture of a tree outside of a Raising Cane's in Apple Valley, Minnesota. It's like a random photo that looks cool, and then we like added, like, he made a 3-leaf logo, and we knew we kind of wanted like a bar T-shirt, like look cool, like everyone, like anyone could wear it, boy, girl, like no matter the age, and like you said, timeless, and like sort of a retro look, and we knew we wanted like a beige look, so
like vintage off-white kind of washed over look a little bit.
Yeah, I thought the T-shirt was really, really creative, because it was like, I don't know, like you said, anyone can wear it, and it doesn't look like a musician's merch.
No, that's like what we wanted.
Musician's merch, like these days, I feel like it's just terrible.
Some of it's just bad, man. It just like says their name, and it's like some logo or something slapped on. But like, you know, like we said, we want like it's cool that they're wearing our shirt already. We don't need them. It doesn't need to like scream 3-leaf. Like you know, it says 3-leaf all huge on the shirt, but not everyone's not like, oh, that. What is that, like some merch?
Well, like the crew neck one, literally like 3-leaf is like in the tiniest
like size 8 font,
like under a certain thing. You know?
Like you know, we're making the clothes so people wear them, not so people are just like necessarily just because they're 3-leaf fans. You know?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people, or like a lot of artists, like will make merch and think that it's like a way to promote, but I feel like it's not. It's not even. The people who are buying your merch like are your fans, and they're gonna tell their friends like, oh, this is whoever's merch, or whatever.
They'd be like, oh, sick.
There's a lot of people that literally bought it, and I don't know if they've listened to any of our songs. Which I think is like the coolest thing ever too, because it's just, we're just like splitting our creative ventures. You know, if you want to support our merch, that's why it's like 3-leaf official, not like 3-leaf music. If you want to support our merch or our clothing line or our music, or if we make like funny videos or whatnot, it's like, support whatever you want. Like, we're just doing it for your enjoyment kind of thing, you know, and ours. But
we're just two dudes.
Exactly.
Just two guys, you know.
No, literally.
Just guys being dudes.
Pretty much.
Well, anything else you'd like to add? Who is Three Leaf?
Who is Three Leaf?
Who is the elusive Three Leaf?
Who is the elusive?
Is that a good one? Okay.
Not as good as what did you say earlier?
Cross-pollinate.
Cross-pollinate.
That's
yeah,
good.
that was good.
Cross-pollinate is
Thank
better.
you.
I don't know. Three Leaf. It was. I don't know. Like it was like part of like back when we were.
Shout out Ben Harmony.
Shout out Ben Harmony. That's our boy still, but we kicked him out. No, I'm kidding. But
He's still a founder.
Yeah, he's a founder. But it was like back when we made rap music. But we were just like, oh, we should change our name or something because Discount Mafia is kind of cringe.
Yeah.
But then eventually, like, it turned into something like further than what we thought it would. So we're like, oh, well, Three Leaf.
Yeah.
Maybe just like be ready for our new song. It's gonna be called Punta Cana. Hopefully featuring Woody Pond. That's gonna come out within the next month and a half, probably.
Yeah.
Along with 3 new vlogs, all from our trip.
To Punta Cana.
It was like a year ago to
Yeah.
Punta Cana.
Yeah, we went to.
They'll probably be like 10 to 15 minutes each.
Yeah.
And they'll be really stupid.
Yep. So we're making a spring break banger with some vlogs.
A year later.
1 year anniversary because that's how much we procrastinate. Even
With
though
also
there's no
merch,
deadline.
probably.
With merch. I already pretty much sent him a mood board of what I was thinking for merch. And
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for Punta Cana, and we'll have a bunch of stupid promo videos linked with that with our songs. So
Yeah.
and stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yes,
Of
sir.
course.
Absolutely,
The first
Scout.
episode.
Scouting the city.
It's an honor.
Yes, sir.
Go, baby.
All right.